Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching SAMAA News. Here are today's headlines. US President Donald Trump has said that Washington is prepared to sign an agreement with Iran if Tehran suspended its nuclear program for 20 years. Speaking to the media aboard Air Force One, Trump said he would accept such an arrangement if Iran's commitment proved genuine. Trump claimed Iran previously conducted trade worth $500 million daily through the Strait of Hormuz, and said the blockade had disrupted Iranian commerce. He said the ceasefire decision was taken at the request of other countries, and once again praised Pakistan's Field Marshal and Prime Minister. Trump also said he would decide within days on lifting restrictions imposed on Chinese companies purchasing Iranian oil. US President Donald Trump has said his patience with Iran is running out following discussions with Chinese President Xi Jinping as tensions in the Gulf region continue to intensify. In comments aired during an interview on Fox News' Hannity, Trump said Iran must make a deal as diplomatic efforts remain frozen. He warned that he was not going to be much more patient, signaling growing frustration over the ongoing conflict and lack of progress in negotiations. Trump also suggested that discussions around Iran's stockpile of enriched uranium were driven partly by public perception concerns, saying he would prefer US control over it for public relations reasons. US President Donald Trump says he discussed Iran with Chinese President Xi Jinping and that both leaders agree Tehran must not be allowed to develop nuclear weapons. Speaking during his state visit to China, Trump also said they want key straits to remain open, calling their talks successful in resolving a lot of different problems. A Chinese spokesperson said both sides agreed on a broader vision for a constructive China-US relationship aimed at long-term stability and global peace and prosperity. Chinese President Xi Jinping has urged closer cooperation with US President Donald Trump, calling on both countries to avoid confrontation and build a brighter future during high-level talks. Xi said the world is undergoing rapid transformation and warned against rivalry between major powers, stressing that China and the United States should act as partners rather than adversaries. He also congratulated the United States on its 250th independence anniversary, saying both nations share broader common interests. Trump responded positively, calling Xi a great leader and saying it was an honor to meet him. He suggested that US-China relations could improve significantly through direct engagement between the two leaders. The talks also touched on trade, with both sides reportedly exploring a potential structured agreement to reduce tariffs on selected goods while avoiding sensitive sectors. Iran has signaled strong openness to Chinese involvement in easing tensions with the United States. Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said Tehran is ready to welcome support from any country capable of helping resolve the conflict, particularly China. He stressed that Beijing is seen as a trusted partner with constructive influence in global diplomacy. The remarks were made in New Delhi during a BRICS foreign ministers meeting, where diplomatic deadlock and regional tensions dominated discussions. Araghchi said Iran and China are strategic partners with strong bilateral relations. India and the United Arab Emirates have signed pacts on strategic defence cooperation, petroleum reserves, and supply of liquefied petroleum gas. An Indian government official said the pacts were signed during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the UAE. Meanwhile, India's state-run fuel retailers have raised petrol and diesel prices for the first time in 4 years by 3 rupees per litre, or more than 3%, to recoup some of the losses incurred due to higher global crude oil prices. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching SAMAA News.